arm waxing. First thing, always gloves. Make sure you use these cleary white ones, not the yellowy ones, because the yellowy ones are really stretchy.
The vinyl gloves.
And they're easy to get on.
As opposed to the latex.
Thank you, Ellie. These ones are, notice my fingers are much longer than the web. The tighter they are, the better. These are so small and I've got quite large hands. The other gloves, if you wear the yellow ones, you find you get wax on them, they'll just stick to each other. They're a nightmare to work with, okay? So leave those for electrolysis. These ones are your waxing gloves. Right, first thing we're going to do is prep our client. Okay, can I have both of your arms full? Okay, so we're going to prep the whole area. Just get your client to put their arms down so they're nice and relaxed. So you're going to spray the prep into your own hands and rub it in. On your smaller areas or hot wax, you always put it into a cotton round. Okay, but for arms and legs and big areas, you can put it into your hands first. Okay, so you don't need a lot of prep. If you look at that, there shouldn't be any moisture, maybe just a teeny tiny bit. Okay, if you have too much moisture, what happens is the talc that you now apply will just stick to it and create almost like a paste. Okay, and again, you don't need a lot. What you want the skin and the hair to be as smooth and dry as possible. Okay, come down onto the hands too. Okay. Now I'm going to draw up the lines on one arm. Okay, so first of all, you're going to get your client, you're going to start here, all right? Now, if you look, visualise sort of an area down the middle. Okay, and if you draw down there, you'll notice there's no hair here, but there's hair on this side, okay? So this here becomes strip number 1, okay? And you're applying down in the direction of the hair, okay? So that's your first patch, right? Then lift the arm up, get the client to turn their fist out. There's a little bone here, okay? From this bone, you're going to draw a big triangle covering that whole area. The hair actually grows, it grows down and then around this way, if you have a look, okay? And everybody's the same. So here, even though a lot of the hairs are coming down on a diagonal, most of it has turned and is coming down that way. So for this patch, patch number 2, we're going to apply down, remove up. Okay, then when you turn the arm around, you should only have this little patch through here where the hairs are all growing almost sideways, okay? So you're going to apply the wax kind of on an angle. Okay, and that's your last patch. This one comes right down onto the hand as well, and that hair all grows in the same direction. Right, and then get your client to put a hand up into a fist. You'll have this area at the back, okay, and all that hair grows down that way. Okay. So, I'll do the first arm with these, with your numbers on. Okay, so you're going to apply that whole area. If you need to get another spatula and come in, you can. Make sure you bend the wrist back. Okay, and follow the arm up so you're pulling that skin down. Okay. Working my way up, moving against the direction of growth. Move your hand up, make sure you're clearing all that wax off so you're not sticking your hand in sticky residue. Okay, and make sure you pull that skin nice and taut. Okay, if you need to, you can ask your client just to look away, just so we don't. And then come through and just take off any residue that you see there. Okay, now we're going to get our client to bend up. And we're going to apply the wax Okay, and you can actually lift your client's elbow up here. Because they've got a bent elbow, it's pulling that skin nice and tight. And again, before you move on to your next area, just get all of that wax residue off. Okay, and then, so we've removed it all from here, so that just leaves a little strip through the middle. Right down onto the hand. Okay, and make sure you bend the client right down, client's hand I should say. Getting that residue off before you move up, otherwise you're going to just put your hands in it. Make sure you really stretch that skin tight. Okay, and then bend up. One last patch. Back of the elbow. Generally, some people will like you to do an arm wax the whole way up to the shoulder. But normally it's around about sort of that bicep line or t-shirt line. Most people's hair will stop. You won't have, it's not going to be as hairy there as it is from here down. Olivia doesn't actually have much hair, so it's hard to sort of see that line. If you do have a hairier client, you can actually just get the wax here and just come up and sort of, it'll remove some of the hair just so you don't have that really severe line. And there's no hair, then all of a sudden there's hair again. Okay, so come over the whole area, make sure you're removing your wax residue. Apply your oil in your hands. The oil will get rid of any of those lines that we've drawn on. And then you would go and get your hot compress and apply it and remove the rest of that oil. Okay?